want to see some good Marshall County basketball and see some of your friends you may not have seen in a year, make plans to come out to the county tournament. Of course, we'll play tomorrow, first-round games. We won't play on Wednesday, and then we'll be back Thursday and Friday for semifinals, and, of course, finals always on Saturday at the Marshall County Tournament. We're going to let Dave Soha give you the starting lineups of this game between Albertville Arab and DAR.
First, for your visiting Arab Knights, number 1, 6'5" senior Landon Strickland. Number 2, 5'7" senior Drew Puccio. Number 3, 5'9" senior Carson Jennings. Number 10, 5'9" senior Noah Mann. And then number 23, 6'1" junior Zach Hallman. Your coach there, Arab, is coached by Brandon Screws. They come in with a 9-12 record, seeded 5th in the county. And for your DAR Patriots, number 0, Carson Hayes, 5'10" junior. Number 2, Hudson Broadway, 5'10" sophomore. Number 21, 6'3" senior Camden Ellis. Number 24, Landon Broadway, a 6' senior. And number 33, Ethan May, 6'3" junior. And the DAR Patriots are coached by Justin Jonas. They come in with a record of 10-11, seeded 4th. And big game. Looking forward to a well-played game and competitive game. And I know both teams want to come in and advance to the semifinals.
And they'll get the Albertville Aggies, who won over Brindley Mountain earlier this evening, as the Arab Knights in their last game that they played was back on the 9th, which was last Thursday against Scottsboro. They lost 63-51, but they had won 3 out of their last 5, so a little bit of a run here for the Arab Knights. The starters have been introduced to the crowd here at Snead State. DAR, the 4th seed, they'll be in their home whites with blue numerals, while the Arab Knights will be in their blue with white numerals, and we're just about set and ready to go as DAR on the floor. And it'll be Ethan May. He'll be jumping against Landon Strickland. Strickland, the 6'5" senior. May, the 6'3" junior. We'll probably see a good battle out of those two post players tonight. The ball is in the air and controlled by Arab. They'll have first possession in the hands of Drew Puccio, their senior, as they'll work it around. Looks like DAR opening in a man-to-man against this Arab. Out front it goes to Noah Mann. He'll drive to the baseline, kick it back out to Jennings. Jennings takes a long shot. It's no good. Strickland up for a rebound, but it's taken away down inside by Landon Broadway. And here comes DAR with their first possession of the night, and setting the offense is Hudson Broadway. He'll drive to the top of the key, kicks it to Landon Broadway. The long jumper by that would be 2. It's Hudson Broadway. And did he have a toe on the line? Nope. They're going to say it was a 3. That's the first points of the night from DAR and Hudson Broadway. And we got Landon Broadway on the floor. Driving to the bucket, Arab, and that's Zach Hallman. He's cut off. He'll kick it across the floor to Puccio. Drives in the lane, contact, whistle, and a foul. That's number 2 against number 2. Should have a battle there. And Hudson Broadway at 5'10", Drew Puccio at 5'7", contact. And we've got a foul, and that was on Hudson Broadway, his first.
Puccio did a good job of taking it to the hole right there. 3-point shot.
And it's up, no good, and rebound there. Strickland, their leading rebounder. He's tied up in a package, but he'll go up strong using the backboard to bank it in. Nice play, Landon Strickland, 6'5" senior, the leading scorer for the Arab Knights at 16 points a game.
Offensive rebound by Landon Strickland. He went back up with a ball. Good basket by Arab.
A long 3-point jumper, Ethan May. Nobody in the corner there, left him open. And back-to-back trays now for DAR to open the game, and they have a 6-2 lead. And the man-to-man driving to the basket and losing it there is Noah Mann. Another turnover, and here comes DAR up quickly. It'll go on the wing to Ellis. Ellis back to Broadway at the top of the circle, and Arab looks like they're in a 2-3 zone, but it's awful tough because Landon Strickland is playing at the front, but don't matter right now. The long jumper is good, And that is Landon Broadway with the 3. So 3 threes to open the game for DAR.
Good shooting percentage by the DAR Patriots.
9-2 is your score as Puccio drives all the way to the bucket, takes some contact. Now, that young man's only 5'7", but he's very quick, and the DAR don't have anyone that can keep up with his quickness as he drove to the bucket, took the contact, and at the line will be Drew Puccio and misses the first.
And he doesn't mind contact.
That young man was their star quarterback, obviously, this year. And checking in for Arab is Davis Kinney, as Carson Jennings will go to the bench. Second free throw is up and good for Drew Puccio, and it's 9-3, early lead for DAR. We played just under 3 minutes here in the first quarter. On the corner is Broadway. He'll dribble into the paint, has it knocked away, and here comes Strickland. Could be a dunk. He leaves from the free throw line, and there he is. He jammed that one home, Dave. Can you do that?
Give me a trampoline.
He looked like he was on one that time.
Boy, he did.
From about the free throw line, and he jams it, tomahawks that one after Strickland with a steal. 9-5 as the score is DAR's hit 3 threes. Looks like a zone look for Arab. And we got a whistle, and that's Puccio down there. But they're going to call it on 12. Davis Kinney and Drew Puccio had Broadway tied up in a package, and the foul goes against Davis Kinney on the double team.
Landon Strickland's eyes got big when he got that steal. He knew he was going to dunk the ball.
In the corner, this is May again, another 3, and he's got 2 from that same spot. And Coach Cruz wants a timeout. 4 threes here in the first 3 minutes of the first quarter for the DAR Patriots, and they lead at 12-5. We've got a timeout on the floor at the Marshall County Basketball Tournament.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Some days, you've got big things to care about. Like that. And that. Luckily, the Whirlpool Smart Range automatically updates itself with features like Air Fry. So you can worry less about keeping up with the latest tech and care more about keeping up with the latest trends. Say cheese. Everyday care, Whirlpool.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bonds Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh. Quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Coach Cruz don't like to their defenses. DAR, I don't know what you can do when you're 4 for 4 from beyond the arc, but DAR's hitting all over the floor, and he's called a timeout to set his defenses. Drew Puccio brings it into the front court. 12-5 DAR lead. This is man on the wing. It goes across court.
They're playing a zone.
Davis Kinney with the basketball back to Puccio. As they've got Strickland. They've got about 3 guys around Landon Strickland down in the paint. They'll go on the wing to Kinney. Kinney back to Puccio. Puccio's going to dump it down inside. Good pass to Hallman. And Mann back outside as they play inside-outside. And nice job that time, Noah Mann. Good offensive set as Noah Mann knocks down the 3 for DAR. Went down inside, kicked it outside, Dave, and knocked down the tray.
Sure did.
DAR with a basketball out front. Carson Hayes tries to throw it across the floor, and I believe we got a whistle, and a double dribble is called against Carson Hayes.
I thought maybe there might be a hold right there. I thought he got held as he was penetrating, but Arab has the ball coming up, down 12-8.
4:09 to go, first quarter. The Knights with the basketball back to Puccio as they work it around the zone. They go on down low to Hallman, who works it inside to Strickland, and they're trying to deny the ball in the paint to Strickland. There's going to be a reach-in foul on DAR. They're going to call that. Did they call it on 2? And if they called it on Hudson Broadway, that's his second. 12-8 as DAR inbounds the basketball. Kenny drives. He'll kick it to man. Same place. He hit the 3 moments ago. Hits the top of the backboard, comes out. And Ellis with the rebound for DAR. Broadway will walk it up the floor, get it to Carson Hayes. Hayes sets the offense, and they lob it down inside. It's knocked away. Good defense down inside. The lob pass was a little too far, and man comes up with the basketball to Kenny. Kenny to Puccio. Puccio drives to the wing, kicks it back to Man. Man in the corner to Hallman. Back to Man as they work it around the perimeter. Puccio with a basketball. No one down inside now, so they got everybody outside. Now Strickland is down inside. As they try to pound it there, he gets it inside. He makes a move, good strong move, puts it up off the glass, no good. Good defense down inside, Dave, that time by Camden Ellis, a 6'3 senior.
They're just, when they get that ball into Strickland, they're just kind of conversing on him. I believe if Arab can hit some three-pointers, that'll bring them out some.
12-8, 2:58 to go, first quarter. DAR on top. He'll get it to Broadway. Landon Broadway trying to make a move. He's double team, kicks it back out to, that's Hayes, whose 3 is no good. A long rebound run down by Drew Puccio, and he's pushing it for the Knights. He'll go in the corner, driving is Man. He'll kick it to Strickland. Free throw line shot, no good. Easy rebound there. No one around the basket there, but Ellis, and he comes away with a rebound for DAR.
That shot's going to be open all night. If Strickland can hit that, that will go a long way toward Arab in this game winning.
In the corner is May. He's hit a couple from there. Great pass inside, but an easy one missed down inside as Ellis was wide open off the pass and missed the easy one underneath the bucket. Arab coming back the other way quickly. Kenny in the corner to Strickland on the baseline. He makes a move. Now he kicks it back out. They work the perimeter, and the long jumper by Man. Once again, Dave doing a good job to find the open man, and that time it was Noah Man.
Didn't even touch the floor. They passed it from left side here back over to the right side for a 3.
It's 12-11. DAR continues to lead. They go inside to May. May makes a strong move. He's double teamed. Kicks it over to Broadway. He'll drive, use the glass. Nice drive that time by Landon Broadway, the senior with the bucket. 14-11, DAR lead. Long jumper by Davis Kenny is good, and we're tied. He was wide open, and Coach Justin Jonas is not happy with his team because no one found the open Davis Kenny on the perimeter, and we're tied 14-14. They go inside. This is Hudson Broadway. We've got a Landon Broadway and a Hudson Broadway on the floor, and that's Hudson Broadway, the 5'10 sophomore, going to the basket, and he was fouled.
What we're seeing, Jeff, is because they hit those first 4 threes, Arab's coming out, and that's opening it up in the middle there.
Drew Puccio commits his first personal foul, and at the free throw line is Hudson Broadway. He'll make the first. He has one more coming, and checking into the game for DAR is Carson Jennings once again. No, excuse me, that's Patrick Buckhannon. Looked at my wrong lineup, but also back in the game is Carson Jennings, and I believe I see another Tucker Willis, a 6'5 freshman in the game for the first time for Arab, and also Chase Miller in the game for Coach Cruz. This is Miller with the basketball. Hallman, as he'll dribble, the free throw line extended, makes a move into the paint, kicks it back out. Once again, that's Davis Kenny's 3 is no good, and good strong rebound that time. Nice job, Landon Broadway amongst the taller players for Arab. That's a strong rebound.
He just out-muscled the Arab players.
Carson Hayes with the basketball. He'll get it to Landon Broadway. Back to Hudson Broadway. Broadway will dribble it out.
Looks like they want to trap in that zone, Jeff.
May with the basketball back to Broadway. And he'll dribble it back out nearly to half court as the defenders come out. As Dave said, they're trapping out of their 2-3. Is Arab playing a 2-3. They've got the height advantage in this game, driving all the way to the bucket. Hudson Broadway, nice job. That's the way you use the banking board right there. Is Hudson Broadway with a fall-away jumper using the glass to knock that one home.
Good touch on that shot.
18-14, long jumper from Hallman. A three is no good, and DAR is going to run down the rebound, and that's the end of the first quarter. Great first quarter here as the Arab Knights and the DAR Patriots. The Patriots up 18-14 after one. You're listening to the Marshall County Tournament on Power 107.5 FM.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
If your parents and grandparents owned a Ford, odds are they bought theirs at Alexander Ford in Boaz. For over 50 years, Alexander Ford has been known as the Ford store in North Alabama. With some of the same faces you've grown to know and trust, we celebrate our past and are excited about our future. We still do business like we always have without hidden fees and high pressure. You can put your trust in us, just like your parents and grandparents did. Alexander Ford, your family Ford store.
We never set out to be J.P. Morgan or Wells Fargo. We set out to be Citizens Bank and Trust and to serve the community as a community bank, and we're content with that.
Hudson Broadway with 7, Ethan May with 6. They had 13 of the 18 points as DAR leads this one 18-14 after one quarter. As we start the second quarter, DAR has a 4-point lead and the basketball.
DAR hit those first 4 three-point shots and pulled Arab out, and so their inside game has been effective the last half of that first quarter.
Hudson Broadway with the basketball as it looks like Arab has in more conventional 2-3 zone now.
Like a matchup zone.
Is Puccio and also Carson Jennings out front. They get it in the paint that time to Hayes. The three is no good from the corner.
Strong rebound.
That was Carson Jennings, and battling down inside, that was Ethan May. Missed the shot, and Arab comes away with the rebound as Davis Kinney with the basketball. That is Patrick Buckhannon for Arab. They'll go in the corner. Puccio with the basketball as he plays pitch and catch here with Hallman. Hallman will drive. He'll kick it back out to Noah Mann, who will drive and kick it to Drew Puccio in the paint. In the corner, Hallman's wide open for three. Nice job, Puccio, to drive it to the paint, Dave, and kick.
Drive and kick out, three-point shot. Nice offensive set for the Knights.
18-17, it's DAR by 1 in the second quarter, 6:43 and counting. Hayes at the top of the key will give it to Broadway. Broadway back to May. He's hit a couple of threes. Back to Hayes. Hayes tries to drive, is cut off by Puccio, will back it out. They swing it to Buckhannon to Broadway, goes inside and stolen as Landon Broadway tried to make the pass, and Puccio gets the steal, gets it to Noah Mann in transition. The three is no good, and DAR comes away with the basketball, and Mann was wide open, just missed the open three, and Coach Jonas wants a timeout. We'll take it with him. 6:11 to go, second quarter. DAR 18, Arab 17. Marshall County Tournament on Power 107.5 FM.
Visit Boaz Discount Drugs and Johnson Hallmark in their new location just up the street on the corner of Highway 168 and Elizabeth Street in Boaz. Same helpful, friendly service with personal attention to each prescription. Boaz Discount Drugs is your prescription compounding specialist with custom medications to fit your needs. And Johnson's Hallmark is your source for all occasion cards and gift items.
And we are back inside Wallace Plunkett Gymnasium, John Kitchens Court here at Snead State Community College. Marshall County Tournament for 2025. Got a good one, Dave, going on here in the first half.
We sure do. Coach Jonas called timeout. I think he wanted to talk to his players about Puccio is really making penetration for Arab and kicking it out. He's trying to work that out where he doesn't have such a good lane to drive in. They got to adjust defensively.
As DAR with the basketball working around the 2-3 zone, just around the perimeter right now, as they're just passing from left to right. They go inside to Broadway, back to Hudson Broadway. We'll get it to Hayes, and they'll start it all over again.
Arab is really active in that zone.
They got some quickness out there with Puccio and also with Buchanan at the, that's Jennings at the top of the court. No, that is Buchanan, As they work the ball around, they go across the court, driving inside is Carson Jennings. He'll kick it out.
Good defense.
And Arab is they're looking to penetrate, but Arab's defense is really giving them nothing. But DAR's got the 1-point lead as they've worked about a minute off the clock without taking a shot here. This is May in the corner, and this time he doesn't connect. And Drew Puccio, the smallest guy out there, goes up and comes away with a strong rebound. Arab can take the lead with this possession. Strickland drives. He takes some contact. Now he'll kick it out as Arab will start the offense again. I thought Strickland had an opportunity there in the paint, chose to kick it out, and Arab's going to reset the offense. Hallman for a three. It's off the iron, no good, and DAR comes away with a rebound as Carson Hayes, the 5'10 junior, with the rebound there for DAR, will give it to Hudson Broadway.
I thought May was a little impatient shooting that three-point shot while ago. If they could have been a little bit more patient working it inside.
He has hit a couple from that same spot, but that was a quick shot as DAR works it around this perimeter. They go inside to Broadway. A smaller group on the floor right now for both teams. Strickland and Hallman, the tallest players out there for DAR. Broadway drives to the baseline, looks for a shot. It's cut off by Hallman. Good defense by Arab. They just can't get an open shot right now. It's the quickness for Arab. Inside it goes to Broadway. He's working against Strickland, giving up size there. They'll go back to Hudson Broadway, who steps through. It's knocked away. Nice deflection there by Noah Mann. And the Arab folks across the way, Dave, they like the defense and actually tipped it. It deflected off the hand of DAR.
What DAR's got to do, I don't know if they have someone tall enough, but they got to work inside around the free throw line. That's how, because they're extending that zone defense out. Somebody's got to be open, foul line high.
The honey spot is always around the free throw line in the zone. Strickland working inside is going to put it up, no good. Good defense there without fouling by Ethan May. And Strickland had about an 8-footer, shot it off the back of the iron. Not a lot of scoring here. It was 18-14 at the end of the quarter. It's 18-17. DAR is yet to score. We've got 3.5 to go here in the first half.
That's good defense by Arab.
Hayes with the basketball out front, swings it to Broadway, who tries to drive, and he's cut off, but we've got a whistle, and we've got a foul. And Davis Kinney has picked up his second personal foul, and back in the game for Arab is Carson Jennings is back in the game. Also for Arab, Tucker Willis. Looks like Landon Strickland will check out. He'll get his first break of the night. Still in a zone, driving into the paint is Hayes. He'll kick it to May. May's going to pull up, no good, gets his own rebound. He puts it, no, he's going to kick it back out, and it's stolen. Knocked away, picked up by Arab. Willis with the basketball to Puccio, and here comes Arab. Good defensive set again for Arab.
Good quick hands by Jennings.
There's a long three, bounces around off the front of the iron. Shooter's touch that time and Carson Jennings gives Arab their first lead of the night as the Knights lead it 20-18.
Good defensive play by Jennings, good offensive play by Jennings.
They've scored 6 points, 6-0. There it is in the middle of the paint, but they won't take a shot there. As Buchanan got it where we're talking about, but couldn't get a shot off. And again, they're going to have to reset the offense against this zone as Arab really has turned up the defensive pressure here in the second quarter as DAR is yet to score. They get it down on the baseline to Buchanan. Back out to May. May looks down inside. He's guarded by Puccio. He pushes off, makes a move, and stolen there. All the way. Could have been called for a carry. And I think Coach Jonas wanted it, but Carson Jennings with the steal went in, laid it up, and Arab has scored 8 points here. 8-0 run as the Knights lead 22-18. DAR with a timeout with 2:04 to go here in the first half of the Marshall County Basketball Tournament on Power 107.5 FM.
Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas is your home for custom pool design and construction, along with service, sales, and repair. They're also your authorized dealer for Bullfrog Spas and Swim Spas. For your new construction or redesign of your existing personalized outdoor space, visit our large showroom, located at the top of the mountain in Guntersville. Call Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas at 256-582-4050. Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Natural gas appliances from your Marshall County Gas District gives your home the clean, comfortable feel of natural gas. And you can get great rebates on brand new natural gas appliances. Gas furnace, a $1,000 rebate. Tankless water heaters, $300. Clothes dryer or gas lights, $200. Cooktop range, $100. Plus $50 back on lights, grill, logs, and wall heaters. Call your Marshall County Gas office for more details. With locations in Arab, Albertville, and Guntersville. Or call toll free at 1-800-552-1382.
Natural gas.
At the end of the first quarter, it was DAR 18, Arab 14. With 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the half, it's now Arab 22, DAR 18. An 8-0 run here in the second quarter has given the Knights a 4-point lead.
DAR just having a hard time trying to get something offensively. That zone is active for Arab.
There's a little more height in the game now for DAR down inside as Ellis. He'll kick it out to Broadway. Broadway in the paint, goes underneath the man. He lost control of the basketball underneath the basket. He was open, Dave, just couldn't catch the ball that time. Lost control on what it looked like was going to be an easy basket.
It does. He just kind of lost control of the ball. It looks like to me that Ethan May and Ellis both or either, Ethan May and Ellis, if they could double up on the inside, that's the tallest, most physical people they have. And I believe that will work for them if they can get some good interior passing going on inside.
Strickland back in the game, but Hallman's going to take a three, miss it, and rebounded there by Hayes for DAR. Up the floor it comes to Broadway. Back to and almost a turnover there as Hayes wasn't expecting the return pass. He's in the paint, but he needs some help and gets it back to Broadway. He got it down in the paint that time, cut off by Strickland and almost threw it away. DAR needs a score as they haven't scored here in the quarter against this Arab zone. Trying to drive it in the paint. There's some contact there. Turnover. Strickland comes away. It's a 3-on-1. Puccio going all the way to the bucket for the layup as they thought Strickland was going to get the dunk and just didn't pay any attention to Drew Puccio, who laid it up. It's 24-18.
That's a 10-0 run.
Under a minute to go, 45 seconds. DAR has 0 here in the quarter after scoring 18 in the first. They'll try to go in the corner to May. He's hit 2 threes from there. He misses that one, and Hallman has the rebound. He's tied up, and we've got a whistle. Is it a jump ball or a foul?
Foul on 24. It looks like it's going to be on Broadway.
Broadway's going to pick up the foul. They're going to call it on 21 and not 24. They called it on Ellis.
Oh, okay.
Is what they posted, Dave. I thought it was on 24 too. Now, looks like Arab's going to take the last 21 seconds and take the last shot.
Oh, yeah, why not? You're up 6.
24-18 is the score. So unless they get a shot at the buzzer for DAR, which it doesn't look like they're going to get, they're going to score 0 in the quarter. Oh, they have a chance as Puccio tried to drive.
Tough pass.
Tried to get it to Strickland cutting down the baseline and threw it away.
That's a tough pass to a big man in there,
so
throwing it at his feet.
So with 6 seconds, DAR will have an opportunity. They go to Hayes. Hayes in the paint, goes to Broadway. Broadway puts it up. I don't think it will count. And that's the end of the first half. The shot was no good. And your halftime score is Arab 24, DAR 18. We're at the half, and you're listening to the Marshall County Tournament on Power 107.5 FM.
Supreme Courts is your ultimate local indoor facility for competition youth sports, training, and recreation activities. Home to Impact Basketball and Volleyball. Give Jonathan Hyde a call at 256-527-1051. RE/MAX Heritage in Arab is a proud supporter of the Arab City Schools academics and athletics. Best of luck to the Knights throughout the year. For all your real estate needs, call on the local professional staff at RE/MAX Heritage in Arab, 256-586-4410. Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is a proud supporter of our community and our local schools, academics, and athletics. Best of luck to all our local teams throughout the season. Our mission at Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is to provide the most reliable electrical service at the lowest possible rate. We strive to achieve our mission with quality and reliable service and a commitment to our consumer needs. We want to be a beacon in each community that we serve.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
Pete Matthews. I'm thinking about the regional. This is the county.
You're already thinking of February.
Back inside Wallace Plunkett Gymnasium, John Kitchen Court, the 2025 Marshall County Basketball Tournament. Jeff Allen and Dave Soha with you. He had Barry Galloway and Will earlier this afternoon, and we're the backups, I guess.
Yes, we're the B team.
We're the second team then.
Yeah.
And glad to be with you. Glad to have you along for the county tournament. Of course, we got first round games coming up tomorrow night. Then Thursday night will be the first night of semifinals. Then we got semifinals on Friday, and of course the finals on Saturday. 24-18 is your score. We get set for the second half. Arab will have the first possession. They've got Strickland, Puccio, Jennings, and Mann and Hallman on the floor for DAR. The same starters: May, Broadway, Ellis, Broadway, and Hayes. And Arab opens up with a long three from Noah Mann, is no good off the back of the iron. And let's see if we'll see any changes in this offense for DAR, who went scoreless in the second quarter.
Well, they just playing that 2-3.
And they've got Strickland at 6'5", right in the middle of the paint. They'll work it outside. They try to go inside, and Ellis is their tallest player at 6'3" on the floor. They go to Mann, who's also 6'3". There's a long jumper for three. It's no good. Battle for the rebound, and DAR needs some of those to fall, Dave, or Arab's going to continue to pack that zone in. Mann going all the way to the bucket, gets inside, triple team, kicks it back out to Strickland at the top of the circle. They'll go in the corner to man, and now Puccio will start the offense. As they'll work it around, they'll dump it inside to Strickland. He'll go one-on-one inside. Great spin move and misses the shot.
Good move, just missed the shot. Just didn't finish.
Got to finish those. It was a great move. He was open down inside against Ellis, and Strickland missed the easy one as DAR with a basketball. They'll go to Broadway, Hudson Broadway here in front of us, guarded by Drew Puccio in this zone. Also on the floor is Carson Jennings at the top of the circle with Puccio. It's kind of a matchup 2-3 right now, Dave, and they've really got quick players out on the floor. It goes in the middle. Broadway moving against Strickland. He'll put it up, have it blocked, and they've got to do more of that.
Yeah, got to get it inside.
They got to force the issue as they force the issue down inside that time with Landon Broadway, and Strickland gets the foul, and now you'll go to the line for DAR. They'll try to knock the lid off the goal. They hadn't scored since the first quarter. The first free throw is no good. And Coach Jonas is standing here next to me with his head down, and I understand that.
They're 0 for about the last 9.5 minutes.
It has been a cold period for DAR, but maybe that knocks the lid off for the Patriots as Broadway will hit that free throw. It's 24-19, their first point since the first quarter. We played a minute and a half of this third quarter.
You know, as poorly as they've shot, they're still only down 5 points.
Puccio in the paint, almost loose. It kicks it in the corner. That's a long jumper by Jennings. It's no good. A battle for the rebound. Bodies on the floor. We've got a jump ball, and it'll belong to DAR. Good hustle that time from Noah Mann and also Camden Ellis for both teams.
You can tell they've gone in at halftime and tried to make some adjustments. They're getting that ball on the inside.
Hudson Broadway with the basketball will go to Hayes. Hayes back to Broadway. It has it knocked away, and they go inside once again. Great back door. May puts it up and in. Dave, that's what we're talking about. Little high post, low post. Great cut on the baseline that time.
Good cut there. Good pass. Good finish. That's what you got to do against this 2-3 zone.
Ethan May with 8 points, 24-21. Arab three-point lead. Puccio in the paint, kicks it out to Strickland. Strickland at the free throw line will drive all the way to the bucket. And again, that was a great hesitation move, and looks like he tweaked his ankle there and may need to come out of the game. Going all the way to the bucket now as Strickland couldn't get back defensively, and Carson Hayes realized that and went to the bucket. And Strickland needs to come out. He's really limping on that ankle, and the trainer's going to have to look at him. Is it okay, I thought it might be official timeout, but Arab did get a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. It's Arab 26, DAR 23 from the Marshall County Basketball Tournament.
Congratulations to Buddy Bunch and his staff at Bunch Pharmacy as they were honored as the 2022 Health Mart National Pharmacy of the Year.
As the Electric Board of Gunnersville, we want you to know that we are your partner in the community, and we hope our commitment, character, and integrity shine through every time you meet us as we empower our community to be the best it can be.
Hello, this is Maury Yancey, President of the Lake Gunnersville Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber of Commerce staff, board, and membership proudly cheer the Wildcats on to victory. When you shop local, you are supporting the future of our young people. The Lake Gunnersville Chamber of Commerce, cheering on the Wildcats.
As the city of Gunnersville continues to grow and prosper, your Gunnersville Water Board keeps pace. For more information on the Gunnersville Water Board, including fast and easy online bill payment, visit their informative website, gvillewater.com.
If you're looking for a rental home or apartment in the Gunnersville area, call on Bonds Real Estate. Visit bondsrealestate.com to search their extensive list of available properties. Bonds Real Estate is another proud supporter of Gunnersville Wildcat basketball. First Baptist Church of Gunnersville is another proud supporter of Gunnersville High School. Best of luck to the Wildcats throughout the seasons.
Steve and Marilyn Murphy invite you to visit Harrelson Drugs. In addition to being your trusted healthcare resource, Harrelson carries a great selection of gifts and collectibles. You'll find aisles of the most popular names and brands suitable for any occasion. They're also your source for customized invitations and printing. You'll always find an all-occasion card to say exactly what you feel. Harrelson's also carries convenience groceries from the shelf and from the cooler. Harrelson Drugs on the corner of Olbrich and Patterson in Gunnersville.
Unfortunate injury there. Hopefully Landon Strickland, their 6'5 senior, can get back on the floor. but he tweaked his ankle on that move just a few minutes ago on his bucket, and he's out of the game. And in the game now once again is a 6'5" freshman, Tucker Willis. Got the same size, just not the experience. As Puccio will drive into the paint, looks for help. He'll kick it back out to that's Jennings. They'll go in the corner to Man back to Puccio. Puccio makes the move, goes all the way down the paint, off the glass and in. Great move that time by the 5'7" Drew Puccio. And Coach Jonas looking for the help there on defense as Puccio made a great move to give Arab a 28-23 lead.
Shortest man on the court was able to make penetration.
They go down inside. This is Broadway, and now they're taking advantage of Wilkes down inside his youth. A great move by Landon Broadway. And looks like Strickland is off the bench. He may be checking in as we got a foul on Ellis as he tried to cut off Noah Mann. And Davis Kinney checking back in the game. He had some good minutes in the first half, and also it's good to see Landon Strickland. Dave, it looks like, I don't know if he's taped up, but he's got something around that ankle that he twisted.
Yes.
That he's readjusting right now.
They need him in there.
28-25, 4:22 to go in the quarter. Man to Hallman. Hallman will drive into the paint, kick it to Puccio in the corner to Kenny. Puccio drives, kicks it in the corner to Strickland. He makes a move into the paint. He'll take it strong up and in and out, no good.
That's two shots that's gone down and come back out.
Yeah, but that's a good move down in the paint
really
against Ethan May, who did a good job defensively with not fouling. There they go once again, Dave. Little high post, low post, what you called at halftime. Got the ball to the free throw line, then a great pass, and then May gets the save and steps out beyond the three-point arc and ties this game. Ethan May, his third three of the night, and Ethan May has 11 points to lead all scorers, and we're tied 28-28 with 3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
May is a good inside-outside player.
Hallman with a basketball, trying to draw the charge. That time was Broadway, didn't get the call. They go down to Strickland. The little jump hook is no good, and Ethan May, who's playing well right now for DAR, comes away with a rebound. The Patriots can take their first lead, and that was a travel that didn't get called. And in the corners, May, the three once again is no good, and Arab comes away with a rebound.
He did get away with a travel right there.
And May was open, hit a three moments ago from that same spot, missed that time. Hallman into the paint, going all the way to the bucket. He'll shoot it off the glass and score. They tried to cut him off, but that was a great first step that time by Hallman to get separation to go to the bucket. Arab up 30-28 with 2:52 to go. Going all the way to the bucket in the paint, got Strickland in the air, and didn't take the shot was Hayes. That's one of those, Dave. He got him in the air, should have taken the shot.
Should have taken the shot. You could have gotten a foul plus the basket right there.
They'll work it back out front to Hudson Broadway. Broadway's going to set the offense. He'll go to Hayes. Hayes guarded there by Kenny. Back to May. Hayes is going to take a long three. It's no good, and Strickland's going to get the rebound. Arab with a 2-point lead will have the basketball. Here's Hallman up the floor quickly. In the corner it goes. That's alone by Kenny. He hit 1-3, missed that one. Back to Hallman. Got the offensive rebound. The three is no good. Strickland up. That time, great inside position for the putback. Good play that time as he had position on May, and he put it back in. It's 32-28.
Good timing by Strickland to go up for that rebound, just put it right back up.
The Knights up by 4. Broadway is bumped, and we got a whistle. Kenny thought he was going to shoot, and he jumped. And then Hudson Broadway moved to the bucket, and Kenny came down and committed the foul. Checking into the game for Arab is Chase Miller, the 5'9" sophomore. Played just a couple of minutes in that first half. He checks in here with 1:54 to go in the third. Arab is up by 4, 32-28. DAR will inbound it at their bench. Coach Jonas calling the play. Here's Broadway. He gets the screen. He's going to take a three, and I thought it went down, but it just barely grazed the front iron, Dave. I saw the referee was kind of blocking my way. I saw the net move, but it didn't go in apparently.
Well, when he released the ball, the trajectory, it looked like it was going in.
He was right next to me almost, and it looked like it was going in. I saw the net move. The official stepped in front of me. So 32-28, 1:37 to go and counting. Hallman's going to set the offense for Arab. Strickland to Hallman as they're playing a game out front, the two big men. They'll kick it in the corner. There's a long jumper just in the game is Chase Miller. That's the way you get some more playing time off the bench.
Yes,
he
it
hits
is.
the three. And we've got a whistle. Did they call it a 2?
I didn't.
The official came. Oh, delay a game. Again, they did. They knocked the ball, hit the ball coming out of the backboard, out of the basket. It was a 3 that time by Chase Miller. Into the paint, going all the way as Broadway. He misses a shot, and Puccio gets a rebound. Pushing it quickly is Arab into the front court. And losing handle, but there Strickland picks it up for the Knights. Going back door is Kenny. He goes across court. And once again, here's Miller for another 3 and back-to-back threes. Back-to-back threes for the sophomore, Chase Miller, off the bench, and the folks in Arab are standing across the way.
Boy, that's what you call good ball movement right there.
And Chase Miller with back-to-back threes, and Arab is up by 10, 38-28, with 53 seconds to go in the quarter. We'll take a timeout from the Marshall County Basketball Tournament.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Some days, you've got big things to care about. Like that. And that. Luckily, the Whirlpool Smart Range automatically updates itself with features like air fry. So you can worry less about keeping up with the latest tech and care more about keeping up with the latest trends. Say cheese. Everyday care, Whirlpool.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bonds Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
A 10-0 Arab Knight run, and they lead this one 38-28. And Dave, what about Chase Miller, the 5'9 sophomore, back-to-back trays off the bench for Arab, and you get more playing time when you do that.
I tell you what, you call him the microwave, don't you? I mean, he's heated up.
He got hot in a hurry, and the last 6 points belong to him, and Arab has a 10-point lead, their biggest lead of the night.
But it was all set up by good passing. You beat a zone by passing the ball.
DAR needs a bucket. We're under a minute to go, third quarter. Driving almost to travel there. They'll get it in the paint to Broadway. Back to Hudson, to Landon, back to Hudson, Broadway, to Ethan May. Goes across court to Hayes. And that was a tough pass to handle. And dribbling back out is Patrick Buckhannon. They've got to watch the clock, 28 seconds. They're trailing by 10. Arab still in this zone. It's been suffocating most of the night since the first quarter.
This is a big trip down the court right here.
And Coach Jonas setting the defense, 14 seconds now, almost a turnover. As Broadway gets in the paint, the floater, that's a tough shot, though. That's a tough two. Falling away against Strickland. It's 38-30. Pruccio in the front court. 1 second. At the buzzer, the three is up off the back of the iron. It would have counted at the end of the third quarter. It's Arab 38, DAR 30. You're listening to the Marshall County Basketball Tournament on Power 107.5 FM.
That's a big bat.
Visit Boaz Discount Drugs and Johnson Hallmark in their new location just up the street on the corner of Highway 168 and Elizabeth Street in Boaz. Same helpful, friendly service with personal attention to each prescription. Boaz Discount Drugs is your prescription compounding specialist with custom medications to fit your needs. And Johnson's Hallmark is your source for all occasion cards and gift items.
Headed into the fourth quarter, Arab has a 8-point lead at 38-30. Winner of this game moves into the semifinals against the Albertville Aggies on Thursday, and Arab will have the first possession. Let's see if they stay in their zone. Looks like DAR is going man-to-man here to start the quarter, and there's a steal. I think that confused Arab. They'd been in man-to-man up until that possession. They got into our zone. They got into man-to-man that time, forced the turnover. This is a big trip for DAR into the paint. Great move that time. Again, Dave, they got it in the center like we talked about, the honey spot, and a great move by Hudson Broadway. He's in double figures with 11.
He just he gave a head fake. Made the Arab man commit. Easy layup. And big basket by the Patriots.
We got a foul on the sideline there. Patrick Buchanan going for the steal, commits the first foul of the fourth quarter. 38-32, it's the 6-point Arab lead. We're just underway here in the fourth quarter. Still looks like man-to-man as Puccio will drive, kick it out to Hallman. Hallman drives, kicks it out to Puccio. He's wide open, won't take the three. Get it back to man, Puccio to Hallman. Hallman's going to drive and kick it to Davis Kinney, who brings it back out between the legs, dribble, gives it back to Puccio on the Snead logo at half court. He'll dribble out, and they're just taking their time. They got a 6-point lead. We've played just over a minute. Now Strickland's going to take a three and knock it down as May did not step out that time. He just gave up the three, and Strickland made him pay. Is Strickland now on the night with 11 points for the Knights, and that's his first three. Arab up by 9, 41-32. They go to Broadway. That's a long three that time in the corner by Hayes. It's no good, and again, no offensive rebounding there. Haven't seen a lot of offensive rebounding tonight out of either team. As a defensive rebound once again by Strickland, and Arab in no hurry has a 9-point lead at 41-32. Hallman out front, guarded there by Broadway, uses the elbow. May have got away with a foul, trying to create space. Great defense that time, Dave, by Landon Broadway. He probably took a couple of elbows, did not foul, and made a good defensive play to get the ball back for his team.
You're exactly right. Great defense.
Broadway to Broadway, and there it is. They finally found the honey hole.
They feel comfortable there. Number 2 is finding a little zone in the area right in there. Good ball movement by DAR.
Hudson Broadway, back-to-back shots right there at the free throw line against that zone. He has 13. 41-34. Hallman with the basketball as they won kind of a weave, and now they'll work it around the man. Man drives, gets it back to Hallman, who thought about a three, now will drive. He'll get it to Strickland, and Strickland, he will work against May. He's double teamed. Good strong move there, puts it up and in. Looks like Landon Strickland now, their leading scorer, trying to take over the game. He has 13.
He just elevates. Boy, he can elevate on that shot.
Yeah, very physical down inside. Physical player. He and May going at it down on low. Driving into the paint as Hayes got away with a walk. Here's May. The long three is up, no good, off the back of the iron. And again, Arab with a defensive rebound. There's very few second shots for the DAR Patriots as Hallman's going to back it out and let some clock run. They lead by 9, 43-34, 4:52. Davis Kinney. No, that's not Kinney. That is Carson Jennings driving. They look the same on the floor to me. 3 and 12 look the same.
They really do.
As Puccio beats the double team with the dribble, is going to kick it down. Great interior pass to Hallman. If Strickland is not scoring the last couple of baskets, then a great bounce pass, interior bounce pass in the paint. Hallman able to finish. Arab's up by 11, 45-34. They go inside to Broadway. This time he was defended there at the free throw line. Long jumper that time off the side of the backboard by Patrick Buchanan. And again, DAR no offensive rebounds, and Arab has a chance. They can burn some clock here as we're about halfway through the fourth quarter. They have an 11-point lead. Puccio with the basketball on the Snead circle here. He'll drive into the paint. Now he'll back it out again. He'll go in the corner to Hallman. They look down inside to Strickland. And they've spread the floor now, and there's a foul, and they reach in on Puccio, and that's going to be, they're going to, trailing by 11 here. They want to run up their fouls where if they need to foul late in the game, Dave, they'll be able to.
Yeah, they have 2 team fouls right now.
Is Puccio with the basketball. They're going to try to trap here at half court. He drives, great play. Puccio gets it to Hallman in the corner. Back to Puccio in the paint. He'll drive, turn around. He'll kick it back out. Got to get out of the lane. They'll go to Puccio at the free throw line. Back to man. In the corner it goes. There's a long jumper by Carson Jennings, who has 8 points, and another 3 by Jennings, and that's a dagger right there.
I was thinking the same thing. That was a big shot for the Knights.
48-34, 14-point lead. We're about to go under 3 minutes. Buckhannon will kick it back to May. They need some points in a hurry. That one bounces around, no good, and once again, it's Arab Strickland with the basketball. It's taken away by Broadway, and they're going to call a foul, and Coach Jonas, he got up out of his seat on that one, Dave.
Yeah, I thought it was a good call, though. He grabbed him by the arm. The official across the way had a better angle at it.
3 team fouls now on DAR. Is playing pitch and catch in the back court. They've got to get it across, and they'll get it across to Strickland. Strickland will drive and lose the ball. Probably tried to do a little too much against the double team that time. Lost the ball, and here DAR, they've got to have points on every possession. This is Hudson Broadway, back to Landon Broadway. In the corner, Landon Broadway with the 3. It's no good, but thought he'd get the offensive rebound. He was there, but it was knocked away by Noah Mann, and they'll have to inbound the ball. 2:41 to go in the game. They're down by 14.
It's going to be hard to pressure Arab with Puccio as quick as he is with the ball.
And they've got to score on every possession. That's no good on the 3. And Landon Strickland with the rebound. And Arab will be in no hurry now, Dave, with 2:33 and counting. They'll get it across the timeline. In the corner it goes. And now Arab may not even take a shot. They don't have to shoot. And you're right, Drew Puccio is their leading 3-point man, and he hits about 81% of his free throws, and that's their 4th team foul. So on the next one, they'll shoot 2 free throws. Inbounding the ball is Arab, and again, they're not in a hurry at 2:20, leading 48-34. Strickland in the paint. He'll drive and put it up and dunk it. He drove right by Ethan May that time. Broadway tried to help, got there late, and Strickland, he dunks it home. He's on his average. He had 15 tonight. He averages 15. In the paint is Broadway. Got away with a walk, missed it, no good, and coming away with the rebound is Arab up comfortably 50-34. Looks like the Knights are headed to the semifinals as they pulled away here in the second half. 50-34, 1:46 to go across the court. And there's a long 3, didn't have to take it, and then Mann goes to the basket and should probably been a foul that time, and no call, and we got a whistle and a timeout. And Arab's going to take a timeout, leading 52-34 with 1:35 to go, and we'll take a timeout with them from the Marshall County Tournament on Power 107.5 FM.
Hey folks, Mark Bricky, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Some days, you've got big things to care about. Like that. And that. Luckily, the Whirlpool Smart Range automatically updates itself with features like Air Fry. So you can worry less about keeping up with the latest tech and care more about keeping up with the latest trends. Say cheese. Everyday care, Whirlpool.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bond's Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
DAR has made a line shift. Buckhannon, Gonzalez, Boyd, Ledbetter, and Ellis in the game. There's Buckhannon with a three. It's no good. Battle for the rebound. It's on the floor. And great hustle for DAR. But again, there's Drew Puccio. His quickness got him to the basketball to pick up. And I'm sure Arab will work on the clock now with 1:08, about to go under a minute. They'll just play pitch and catch with a basketball. DAR has had a line shift, and now Arab trying to get some players in the game. Drew Puccio will drive. He'll kick it back outside to Hallman, who won't take the three. He was open. He'll drive into the paint, kick it in the corner to Puccio, who'll get it back out to Jennings. Arab's going to win this one. Strickland in the paint. He'll dribble it between the legs and bring it back out. As Arab just running out the clock on a 52-34 lead right now. They'll face the Albertville Aggies on Thursday night at 7:30 in the semifinals. And we got a whistle and a Arab timeout. We'll stay here on this one because they just want to get some extra players in. As Wyatt Lamar checks in, also Tucker Wilkes back in for Arab. Luke Mann is in the game for the first time, and our man Chase Miller, he gets back in the game. He probably did more in this game in that his microwave 2 shots there to extend the lead to 10 points, and that's when Arab took control after Chase Miller hit those couple of threes earlier.
He just shot DAR out of the game.
Arab will work the basketball as this is Reese Dilbeck, and they'll go in the corner. Wyatt Lamar as they'll work it around. 13, 12, 11. Wilkes into the paint. He'll put up a shot, miss it, no good. Get his own rebound, take it back up strong and score. Nice job, Willis. I called him Wilkes. It's actually Tucker Willis doing the work down inside. 54-34, and that's your final score tonight from Snead State Community College as the Arab Knights knock off the DAR Patriots 54-34. Congratulations to Coach Screws and his basketball team. They moved, Dave, into the semifinals against the Albertville Aggies on Thursday night at 7 o'clock. They actually took control of this basketball game in the second quarter as they shut out DAR in that second quarter.
Sure did. They were up, DAR was up 18-14 at the end of the first quarter, and then they just went on that 10-0 run and just really turned up the defense, and then just it was great effort by Arab.
At one point in the third quarter, it was 28-28. And that's when our man Chase Miller came off the bench. He had a couple of threes.
Yeah.
They went on a 10-0 run, and then the Arab Knights did not look back. That's when Landon Strickland got involved in this game. He ended up with 15 points tonight to lead the way for the Arab Knights, but they took control of this game about midway through the third quarter and didn't look back, winning this one by 20 tonight.
They did, and I tell you, just a team effort by Arab, of course led by Landon Strickland, had 15 points, but they just a good team effort. I mean, they move the ball. They move well on defense as well as offense. They passed the ball and made some, like I said, number 11, Chase Miller came in and got 2 quick threes, and that just propelled them to this big lead, and they ended up winning big going away.
Dave, have you got the scoring numbers tonight for us?
I do. For the winning Arab Knights, you had Landon Strickland with 15. You had Carson Jennings with 8. Zach Hallman with 7. Noah Mann had 8. For DAR for the Patriots, you had Hudson Broadway with 13. You had Ethan May with 11. And you had Landon Broadway with 8 for the DAR Patriots.
Your final score tonight, 54-34. The Arab Knights will play the Albertville Aggies in the boys semifinal on Thursday at 7:30. And the Boaz girls will play the Albertville girls at 6 o'clock on Thursday in the first semifinal here from the Marshall County Tournament. That's going to do it for Dave Soha and myself, Jeff Allen. from the first day of the Marshall County Tournament. Once again, your final score tonight, Arab 54 at DAR 34. We'll be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock for day 2 of the Marshall County Basketball Tournament on Power 107.5 FM.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.